I'm a rapper foremost, I suppose, you know. I've been rapping since I was 10 years old. Been writing songs since I was 10 years old. Uh, just really into hip hop. I think it's a good way to express yourself, you know. Any way that you can express yourself is a good way, but my personal method is hip hop. Also, I'm a sushi chef. Been doing that for over 10 years, and I enjoy that. I enjoy really good food, and I clean chimneys. I wash windows. I do carpentry work. I raise chickens. I do anything my wife asks me to do, and just try to keep it going. Keep the positive thing going, you know. Mostly just, I mean, I guess I do get bored with some things, you know. As long as it's challenging me, I continue to enjoy it, you know, or if it doesn't stress me out. But yeah, I don't know. I just like learning stuff.
How'd you end up in Oxford?
I came to the school at Ole Miss to run track. I ran track at Ole Miss. I got 5 letters. Run track cross
Impressive.
country.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had 5 letters until I found out I was a trivia question one night. There were only 3 Ole Miss athletes to ever have 5 letters or something, and I was one of them supposedly.
Do you know the other two?
I have no idea. I think they're around my age though. Some kind of weird thing with the way the rules were then.
Yeah, back in
Oh man, this leagues from where it used to be. But still, yet it's leagues from where it used to be and how pure and raw it was too. You know, there's more headroom nowadays. You know, you can be as poetic and as brilliant as you want, or you can say the same thing that 100 other people have already said. You know, but it's entertainment, and if somebody's listening to it, or if it sells, that's where it's at, I guess. Yeah, I just like the people that don't like typically fall into a mold, and they're just kind of, they try to be themselves, with their music, they try to let themselves come out in their music. I grew up listening to, like LL Cool J, Run DMC, Houdini, Curtis Blow, the Boogie Boys, and then later on NWA and Ghetto Boys, and then after that, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Memphis's 8 Ball and MJG. I was a big fan of those. I still am a big fan of 8 Ball. He still puts out music, but they came out, I think they were 18 years old when they put out their first album, Coming Out Hard, and I think I was 18 years old at the same time too, so I was really impressed by that. So.
Is it just hip hop that speaks to you? Is it rock and roll or any kind?
Oh, I love it all. Yeah, I actually play guitar and bass and drums and keyboard. I played in bands where I've been mostly just a musician, and also rapped, here and there. But I enjoy both. My real thing, my first love was hip hop. So you always go back to your first love. It varies. It used to be sort of this like totally spontaneous and sit down right there at the moment and write a song, and still sometimes I guess it can be that way, but in the past few years it's more of like really deciding to have, I think of all these ideas for songs every day, while I'm working. I think of all these ideas, but usually what drives me more is think of something really, really good, and once I have a good concept, the song itself sort of works itself out. It's more about deciding what to put my energy. I'm so busy. I have 3 kids. I have 5 jobs, and what to put my energy into. So I have to decide. It has to be worth taking up my time to write the song nowadays. It's not like I have all this free time, sitting around, smoking and drinking.
What kind of topics are worth your time?
Just things that reflect how I really feel about the world.
Do you write about society?
I do a lot of society commentary, I suppose, and like even introspection. A lot of it's introspection, I mean, it's part of being an artist, kind of whatever comes out. But like I said, I do choose nowadays. I really choose and meditate on what I choose to write about, so it's more of a, a planned thing. But I still enjoy the spontaneity of freestyle, freestyle music and all that stuff, and improv. Yeah, I feel that I'm passionate, and I'll always do it, of course. And I like to spread the word of music. I think music's a good thing for people having their lives. But I'm not expecting to be famous or rich from playing my music. I'd love to, be able to make a living off of it purely just doing music, but, I'm not expecting the impossible or anything, I still do it for what it's worth, just making a song.
Do you record?
I do. I have my own studio. I record other rappers here in the area. Yeah, Dirty Buck, King Crooked Letter, Nick B, dopest DJ in the world, man. Right here, was my DJ for 5 years. DJ Hush up in Memphis. He's tight. Oso Negro used to be here. He's out in Oregon now, representing out in Oregon, doing well.
So do you think there's I consider myself to somewhat be on the music scene, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But as far as what music is offered out there, do you think hip hop has a prominent place, or you think it's more of an underground thing that people really are kind of looking over?
Well, I think in terms of the world, hip hop is more mainstream than anything else. I mean, you go anywhere and people are dancing and grooving to hip hop, But I'd say here, as far as the live music scene in Oxford, there's not much hip hop, Not much at all, unless it's a big show that everybody knows they'll go to a show, But it's more, country rock type scene around here. I'm sure you know that.
I do know that.
But chickens? Yeah. Oh, I just love chickens. I don't know. I love eggs, and I love to eat chickens. Don't like killing them, but it's got to be done.
Who's this?
That's my daughter Mia. 7-year-old daughter. Come over here. You're on film. Can you say hey? She's a recording star. She's recorded. How many songs have you recorded? 3? 0. She did a Christmas album back when she was 2, and it's really great. You'd be impressed for a 2-year-old. Yeah. We haven't been able to get it together since we have 2 other kids now, but it's good stuff. It's fun working with her. Times are hard, for everybody. Just try not to get down. Just try to, keep equipping yourself with new skills to be able to claw your way up. When you need to feed your baby or pay your rent or whatever it is that you need to do. Stay positive. That's my message.
Okay.
Yo, my name is Stork. This has been my Oxford Session.